Hello everybody, welcome back to this episode, and today we'll be talking about iterative statements part 2. Previously we finished iterative statements part 1, in which we learned about for loop and range stuff. So just a bit of recap of the previous videos. Iterative statements is divided into two different parts: counting loops and conditional loops. Alright, so when also we did one more recap, that is this one will do this one. Counting loops has for loop and conditional loops has a while loop. So iterative statements are of two types: counting loops, conditional loops. And counting is used when you are using for loop, and conditional loop is a while loop. And today we'll be learning about conditional loops. And yesterday you saw this heading to be counting loops, and we finished that yesterday. If you have not watched that video, click that I button right over there. So those loops that repeat till the condition is satisfied. All right, for that we use while loop. Now what does that first statement mean? Those loops that repeat till the condition is satisfied. When a condition is satisfied, the loops keeps on going. The statement keeps on printing. Once the condition is not satisfied, it breaks off, it stops. This, trying to understand it, it's a bit difficult, but let's see. Okay, so we have a question right over here, that is, keep on taking integer input from the user till the input given is not a negative number. Now what does this mean? It means actually the program is supposed to keep on asking the input from the user of a number till the number is either 0 or positive. So if the number input is 0, it should keep on going. If the number is positive, it should keep on going. But if the number is negative, this loop should break off. All right, so I hope you understand this. But before that, we need to see the syntax of conditional loops. That is something like this: while condition, and then we have this colon to create an indent, and then statement to loop till condition is true, and statements to loop till the condition is true. We have seen this syntax earlier when we were learning about conditional statements. Okay, now also we're going to see this. So let's go to the question now. What we have to do is change that syntax to something like this: keep on taking integer input from the user till the input given is not a negative number. So let's see, if I combine this both, what are we going to get? So let's see our coding. First of all, we need to create a variable. Okay, a is equal to 0. Why I'm saying that is because I'll tell you later on. While a greater than equal to 0. Now what does this mean? While a greater than equal to 0. So 0 on a number line, so a can be 0. Okay, so first of all, a is equal to 0, yeah, a can be 0, but then we have greater than 0, and any number that's greater than 0 is a positive number. Okay, if you see the condition a greater than equal to 0, there is only one kind of number that is missing, that is negative numbers. So we have simply changed our question in a mathematical format. The question was till the input given is not a negative number. That was our condition, and we changed it in a form so that Python understands that, yeah, this indent should go on. This statements in the indent should be printed unless and until the numbers are 0 and positive. And then we can type our statement: a is equal to integer input, enter a number. Now since the program is saying to keep on taking integer input, we just created an input command, and remember to put this variable same as the variable we used at the first line, that is a is equal to 0. Now why did I use a is equal to 0 at the beginning? What if I was not going to use a is equal to 0 at the beginning, only if I had two lines in the program from starting from while and ending at enter a number? What would have happened was our program would give us an error saying that the variable a does not exist. All right, because while a greater than equal to 0, but we are defining a in the next line, so that was going to be a problem. That's why you already defined a in the first line before while loop, that yeah, a is a variable 0. All right, and this in turn is going to give me an output something like this. You see, it asked me to enter a number, I put 0, it kept on asking 21, 56, 34, and then a very long number, and 235, and then I wrote a negative number -8, and then it breaks off. Okay, so you see, first I input 0 is acceptable, it kept on going, and then I entered so many positive numbers, like 5 positive numbers, it kept on going. But then when I prompted a negative number, that is -8, it breaks off, because the condition is going to be false after that, because -8 is not greater than equal to 0. Let's see another question. We have this question that says let the user enter any number and let print the descending order from that number to 0 included. And what actually the question is actually, we are told to ask the user to input any number once. Okay, so let the user enter any number, not numbers, any one number. So one time the user would be asked to enter a number, and then what we have to do is print the descending order from that number to 0. So if the user inputs 9, so the output should be like 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 0. So we are going from descending order from the first, from the number which was given to the program from the user to the 0, to the 0, and which is included, so we need to include 0. So let's see, if I join these both of them, how can we write it? First of all, we need to take the input. So a is equal to integer input, enter a positive number. Why I'm saying positive is because if I type in negative number, there's gonna be some problem. I'll show you later on what's the problem. And then we have while a greater than 0. Okay, now while a greater than 0, why did I say that? Because we have to print the number till 0 itself, then print a, and then at the last a minus is equal to 1. Now what is a minus is equal to 1? It is nothing but a is equal to a minus 1, so we are decreasing the value of a. So first of all, the value of a, let's say I input 9. Okay, let's go to IDLE and check this thing out. Alright, so actually I figured out one problem that in my video that I was showing right now, theory part, I forgot to include the 0, but 0 should be included. I'll tell you why. Now I've written the same program right over here. Now if I run this program and let's type any random number, positive 10, so 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 0. Now it reaches 0, but if I remove this equal sign and run this program again, 0 is not going to be printed. Watch it out. 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. Why? The problem is actually here a is equal to integer input, enter a number. Let's suppose we input let's any small number 4. Okay, and then while a greater than 0, okay, this should be printed. Okay, now is a greater than 0? A is currently 4. Yes, so we're gonna continue on, print a. So what would be the first output here? Let's say our output, so our output first of all is going to be what here? 4, because this condition was satisfied and now a is having the value of 4, so print a. And then the next line, what it does is a minus is equal to 1, so we are subtracting one value of a. So now the value of a is actually changed from 4 to 3. Okay, it goes back, it goes here, it does not go back here, it goes back to this while part and checks the condition again. Is 3 greater than or equal to 0? It's true, so it's going to come down, print a. Now what is the value of a? Actually we change the value of a right over here to 3 automatically, so 3. And then we go back here, a minus is equal to 1, the value of a is decreased to 2. Then we can just update this value 2, and then here 2 is greater than is 2 greater than 0? Yes, so print 2. So we're gonna print 2 right over here, and then we're gonna subtract it again. So yeah, a minus is equal to 1, so our a value is 1. 1 is greater than 0, it's yes, we're gonna print this also out, that is 1. And now a minus is equal to 1. Now what is the problem is our a, the value of a has become 0. Now if I go back here, while 0 greater than 0, no, so it does not print it. This is going to be our output. But if I was having an equal sign here and our value of a is 0 now, so is 0 equal to 0? Yes, so it's going to go here, print a, and then it's going to print 0, and then it's going to come here removing 1 from 0 itself, so that's going to be minus 1. All right, so minus 1, is minus 1 greater than or equal to 0? No, so we are going to get the output till here itself. All right, so let's run the program from here. Let's see, run module. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna input 4, press enter, so 4 3 2 1 0. And I told you if there was no equal sign here right over here, our output won't have 0 right over here. So let's check that also, if I'm saying the truth or not. I'm going to input 4 here, so 4 3 2 1, same as here. All right, so I hope you're getting this part. So I'm going to get the output as something like this: 12 11 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. And actually I've written here 0, but it's by mistake. 0 is not going to come if I'm not going to put here equal sign in the condition, that is a greater than or equal to 0. If it was a greater than or equal to 0, this output is correct. All right, So that's all for this theory part. Let's go and do some 2-3 questions and just wind up this video. So I'm in my Python shell, and let me just write a question for you. So actually WAP means write a program. So if you don't know that, you can take note of that. People mostly use WAP because it's short for write a program. So this is the question. Write a program to take one number from the user and print all the odd numbers present between it and 0. And now here I'm assuming that we are taking actually a positive number. All right, only positive, because negative is a bit different, and that we will do later on. So what the thing is, I have been assigned to input a number, and then I have to count down from 10 to 0, and in between that all the out numbers should be printed out. All right. So first of all, we're writing a while. So we're gonna just start by taking the input. So let's say a is equal to, so I've written this input command, a is equal to integer input, enter any positive number. Now is the time we create our condition. So while, okay, a, all right, greater than equal to 0. So since we have to count down till 0, and this is included, I have not mentioned it, but yeah, it is included. If the word included is not there, you don't want 0 to be included, then what you can do is remove this 0, remove this equal sign. But if you want to be included, put the equal sign. And then we have this indent after putting colon. Now what we have to do, we have to actually check if the number is odd between them. So we're going to check, okay, so that if there we're going to use if statement. Okay, that is where we are going to combine conditional and iterative statements together. So I'm going to type here another code, if a. Now how to check if the number is odd? We have done this question long back. If you don't know, just click the I button right over there. There's the question right over there. And what I'm going to do is a percentage sign means for remainder equal to, sorry, a percentage 2 is equal to 0. So a percentage 2, what this means is we are going to divide the variable a with 2. Okay, if the variable was even, our remainder was going to be 0. Sorry, let me just explain to you guys. If a is this percentage sign gets the remainder. Okay, so overall, after simplifying this, we won't get any quotient, we'll get the remainder after dividing them. So let's say a is any even number 10, and then percentage 2. So 10 divided by 2, is there any remainder? No, the remainder is 0. So it means that is an even number. So this is condition to check if it is an even. Now what if, to check if it was an odd, simply change 0 to 1, because any odd number divided by 2 gives you the remainder as 1. All right, so we are checking for odd, so odd, and then we're going to type here print a. Okay, so if the number is odd, so the condition, see the condition, the first condition, the number is positive, we are going from the number to till 0 included, and then we have another condition for if, that is check if the number is odd. If the number is odd, we have to print it, because the question says that print all the odd numbers. Okay, put double equal to right over here, and then what we have to do is one important thing, reduce the value of a actually, because if I don't reduce the value of a, we won't get to 0. So what I have to do is exit the loop. Note this, exit the loop, and then type here a minus is equal to 1. So remember to exit the loop of if. So how do we exit the loop actually? See, print, if I press enter, I'm going back to the loop. Simply press 1 backspace and then type the required code. So a minus is equal to 1. Now let's run the program. Let's, I'm going to type 5. So we know the output 5 3 2 5 3 1, that's all. So 5 3 1, that's our odd numbers between between 5 to 0. Now what if I'm to check some even numbers? So let me just change it. So even numbers, so for that simply only one thing you have to do, just one thing, change this 1 to 0 and run the program. Press 5 4 2 0. All right, that was for this video. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, leave a like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not turned on notifications. And we have successfully completed this chapter also, but yes, if you remember from the string manipulation, I told we'll come back to that chapter. Yes, from the next video onwards, we are going to combine all these two chapters and try to figure out some new things, So stick around, hoping that you found this video informative. I'm signing out for today. See you guys very soon.